Hi everyone. I just wanted to do this quick video in regard to the Pawprint press situation in regard to their plushies. Um, as you might recall, a few months back, I did a video stating something. Yeah, sorry, this is completely unscripted. I know I said something. Oh no, that was it. I think it was in regard to one of the plushes coming back into stock quickly, but I think that may have been a leftover stock they had, and that's why that all that stock actually sold out quite fast. Um, but no, but that wasn't it. But I did do some videos in regard to the plushes before. Oh, that was it. It's about pre-orders. That was it. Which again they could very well do. Um, but a thought occurred to me toward the end of last week about actually contacting their customer services and just see if they may have an idea of when the plushes might come back in stock. Well, today I got a response from Dot, who works at Pawprint Press, and also works on behalf of Studio Klondike, the people behind Nekojishi. Ironically enough, the VN actually got the complete set of plushes from. So the complete set of plushes from. So yeah, so thanks again, Dot. If you're watching this, probably not, but still, I just want to say thank you for answering my query and quite prompt as well. I mean, I sent it the very end of last week, and of course, we just had the weekend, and woke up this morning, and she responded. So that's very good timing in my book. Um, and I'm actually quite satisfied with what she has to say here. She says, quote, due to the current supply chain crisis, it's hard to say when some of our more complex items will be back in stock, like plushes. That I just added myself. However, it's safe to say that if the item is still listed on the storefront, we intend to restock it at some point. And then just goes on about their mailing list service to let you know when stuff's back in stock. Um, but yeah, well, that's the thing. Even though a lot of the plushes are sold out, they do say that in the actual page itself, or pages, regardless of where they sell plushes. But they are still there. It might say sold out, but the listing is still there. So that obviously means that they actually do want to continue selling the plushes at some point, because I think their plushes were like one of their like main selling or major or items that had well brought in quite a lot of money. Let's put it that way. But yeah, one of the one of the more popular items. I mean, they've got other stuff in stock still, but obviously, in terms of manufacturing and this and the other, isn't as involved. Um, Although she mentions a supply chain crisis, I think I definitely can see what she meant by that. It wasn't so much in terms of actually getting the materials, like it may have been like last year or back in 2020. It's the cost of getting those items or materials needed to produce the plushes, because obviously there is a cost of living crisis going on, and yeah. In order for them to continue selling the plushes, they would have to raise the prices, and these plushes weren't um, well, they weren't like your cheap bog standard plushies that you can get for about between under like £10, £20 in British money, or $10, $20 in American money, Canadian money, wherever you are, Australian money. But anyway, yeah, it's of course, these like their particular plushes, regardless of what series the character comes from or whatever, they are not so much custom. It was sort of custom made, but not custom made. They take, well, but they still take a bit more care into the production of these plushes, so you're getting a lot more quality, as it were. Yeah, for these plushes. These are higher quality plushes. That's the word I was trying to search for. Yeah, these are slightly higher quality plushes than normal. So that's why they charged um, a reasonable amount for what they are. I'm just trying to think. In Obviously, yeah, they also charge a separate amount for shipping and whatnot. But Of course, you have options to go for either the cheaper option, or you can have it faster for more money, and the usual stuff that you get with any other item that you buy. But as plushies themselves, yeah, I'd say that there was fair. The prices were fair for what they were. But of course, in order for them to continue making the plushes, at least now they would have to increase their price so that so of course they can continue to make a profit and also cover all of these rising costs. Well, as things stand at the moment, they could very well have to do that. Not Hopefully not by too much though, but we'll just have to see what's going on there. But yeah, probably the likelihood is that yeah, if plushes are or will eventually come back into stock there, they will be higher in price than usual because of the fact that they need to cover the costs of material and manufacturing and all that. Everything's going up. So yeah, but then of course that's the thing that everyone's hoping. Well, if prices and all that are going up, then the amount of sorry, the amount of money people can earn, that's what I meant to say, will also have to go up in order to cope with the rising inflation. It just makes sense. Um, but yeah, until something gets sorted out on Pawprint Press's store on their front, on their end rather. Um, Hopefully at some point something will get sorted out. But I can honestly say probably not in the next 3 months. So not for the rest of this year. It'll probably be sometime next year, maybe around March or April, start of the financial year, once they get a good idea of what their financial status is or what their financial stats are, and then they might be able to produce plush toys again, and of course, sell them to the public. But obviously, just to forewarn you, the likelihood is if they do, then the prices will be up slightly. So instead of say paying, I think it's about maybe between $35 and $40 for a new plushie, it'll probably go up by about 10, so about expect to pay about $50. Or if it was $50, then it'll be up to 60. So yeah, it'll just be a steady increase. But at least you'll know beforehand before buying. But yeah. But then that's just the natural way of things. And yeah, not really much we can do about that. But again, Dot says that they're hopeful that plushies will return to Pawprint Press as to their store at some point. And yeah, I'm inclined to believe her. It's probably just going to take time. Like I said, I don't expect anything to happen now for the rest of this year. It'll probably be 2023 until we can, well, might be where we see something. Something might happen between now and then, but again, very much doubt it. Um, but yeah, of course they still have new items coming in for some of their of some either pre-existing visual novels or visual novels which have just come into their store. They've got other they've got smaller bits and pieces that they still have on sale and do announce every now and then. But yeah, as far as plushies are concerned, nothing set in stone about that just yet. But yeah, I just wanted to give you this update just to let you know what's going on. So yeah, I'm afraid for those still waiting for plushies, you're just gonna have to bear with them, and hopefully it won't be too long before we see plushies again on Paw Print's store. But once again, thank you to Dot for being very prompt with my email, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.